You want to check this out. You like to cut hair, you're into haircuts, clipper cuts, barbering, cosmetology, and all that, you are going to find this to be pretty cool. I think. But I don't know yet because I haven't opened it up yet. This is the box. It's an unboxing video, that's right. Got this in the mail, showed up today. I was going to wait till tomorrow, but I thought, let's get into it today. This is from my friend Rayford from Self Cut Systems. If you've been in the business a while, he's, maybe coming up on 10 years old, I think, with Self Cut Systems, give or take something like that. And he's got a really cool brand, and he's a cool guy, and he's been real successful, and I'm super proud to have him as a friend and to be a part of Self Cut Systems. I have hanging on the wall right here in my basement a Self Cut Systems, and if you don't know about it, it's a three-way mirror system, height adjustable, illuminated, really cool. Mounts on the back of the bathroom door or something like that to help you cut your own hair. I've cut my own hair with my self-cut system. I've cut my hair without one. It's easier with a self-cut system, that's for sure. And definitely with coronavirus circumstances and the lockout of the beauty industry, he had to have been cranking and jamming and selling an awful lot of equipment and a lot of systems because so many people couldn't get a haircut in their favorite barbershop and were getting their haircut at home. But I was the first person ever to buy a self-cut system mirror. When he first launched the business, I told him, you get this thing up and running, and I will buy from you first. I will be your first customer. And I did that. He had come to me when I was working with another company to find out about that company's interest in working with him with the project. Well, that company wasn't interested at the time in working with him, but I thought he was a good guy, and I thought it was a cool project, and I really thought it would be worth checking out. And I was right because he's been very successful, and I'm very proud of what he's done. And I want to tell you, I'm not a betting man. I don't bet on much. I don't bet on sports teams. I've been a Cub fan for too long. I know not to do that. I don't bet on too many things too often, but if I was in a situation where I was challenged, I would bet on Rayford and I would bet on self-cut systems because nobody I know will work harder, and nobody I know, and this is the one characteristic in him with self-cut systems that I most admire. I've been in this business for over 30 years, and I've done a lot of different things, and I've had a lot of different jobs, and I've had a lot of different focuses. I've worked on my Zoot Comb system, and I've sold and promoted that. I've worked on my AfterBuzz product, and I've been successful selling and promoting that. And I focus on haircut price increases, and I focus on hair cutting, and I focus on my $100,000 hair cutter books, and I've written a whole bunch of books. Everybody knows about all this stuff. But all the while that I've been doing all of the things that I've been doing, Rayford's only been doing one thing. He's only ever talked about one thing. He's only ever focused on one thing. He is laser focused on his belief in his system, his product, his business, and his brand. And that's rare. You don't see that too often. It's highly admirable. So let's get into this. Congratulations, Rayford, on whatever's in this box and whatever is going to be the next level of success for self-cut systems. He showed everybody a couple of weeks ago, got a brand new Lamborghini, part of promoting his business and his brand, but also a well-earned and well-deserved reward for an incredible amount of work and effort. Let's get into it. Unboxing. What do we got here? And I am told, by the way, that what is in this box is the product, but that the packaging you see here is not the finished packaging. So we're doing the unboxing. Cardboard box on the outside. Goodbye, cardboard box. Sleeve box inside. So not the actual packaging when the product goes to market. That's cool, but it gives us an idea of what's going on. Outer sleeve. It's black. It's smooth. It's shiny. Inner box. Outer sleeve, inner box. Outer sleeve. We'll put that off to the side. We got the inner box. Now, it's a tab lock box, meaning there are tabs that you pull out, and then the top of the box opens up. It's got a standard bottom, but it's got that tab lock on the top. I'm going to open from the top. And I have not opened this yet I have not looked in this box yet. You are experiencing the unboxing here with me in real time, total real time. So opening up the flaps, I'm going to set it down. I'm going to lift things up and out. The first thing we have are some clipper guards. And these are in little Ziploc bags. The first thing we notice is the clipper guards are red. With the contrast with the black box, that's sharp. That stands out nice. I will tell you, I do know a little something about clippers. And I do know a little something about clipper guards. And I am going to tell you one thing that comes to mind when I see these guards. Now, let's look at them. They've got a release tab. It says release. And they're labeled in inches and millimeters. That one's labeled A. This one's labeled B. Now, they don't appear to be labeled with guard numbers. Ah, now they are. Those are A and B. Now we have number 1. That's a number 4. Oh, those were clipper guards, but these right here are not clipper guards. These are trimmer guards. That means there's not just a clipper in the box. These are trimmer guards, and these are labeled millimeters. We got 1, 2, and 3 millimeter trimmer guards. And then one more Ziploc. And again, we can't count on any of this being final packaging material, but that's okay. We're just checking out the product inside. Ultimately, when it goes to market, we'll get another one, I'm sure, and that one will reveal a little more about that. But now these are labeled 3, 2. All right, so we have what's called A and B. It's these two little guys, A and B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing longer than that, and I think that's probably okay, because if we're in the self-cut haircut category, things are probably going to be shorter, and those kind of lengths or limitations won't be an issue. All right, we have a little instruction. It's not a booklet. It's a pair of instruction sheets. One is labeled Precision Beard Trimmer, and one is labeled Hair Clipper Instruction Manual. And I think although they came out of the box crunched up, if they are folded, let me tip the camera down so that when I'm low with this, you can actually see some of this. You're not really seeing much on here. Okay, I'm trying to fold these up like little manuals, and quite frankly, they're not creased or folded ahead of time, but that is what it is. All right, so you got your little instruction manuals. I'm going to consider, with 33 years experience, I could probably skip the manual. Power cord. Looks like there's two power cords. They're 2-wire stranded cords with a keyed plug-in. They appear to be the same as each other. Yes, based on their model numbers, they are the same as each other, which means if you've got the pair, you only really need one to charge both tools. Okay, now this is the trimmer. I'm going to leave it in the bag, in the little bubble wrap bag. This is the clipper. I'm going to leave it in a little bubble wrap bag for just a moment. We also have, down here in the bottom of the box, I'm going to turn it over and let it fall out if it wants to. There we go. We get a charging base for the trimmer. What was that? Something dropped. Time out. We have a standard little clipper cleaning brush. Oh, two of them. Two little clipper cleaning brushes. Got to sanitize those now. They fell on the floor. One for the clipper, one for the trimmer. What do we want to look at first? Well, let's finish with the base. Okay, the base accommodates, obviously, the trimmer sitting in it. You can also plug the cord into the bottom and then drop the tool into the trimmer. Let's look at the trimmer first. Now, wow, it says self-cut systems on it. It's got a piece of shrink wrap plastic over the body, and I'm going to cut that. Grab my little knife. I'm going to cut that shrink wrap plastic. I don't want to scratch the product, but I want to cut that plastic off there. Ooh, nice. Okay. It's got a little juice. It doesn't sound like it's fully, I hope that's not fully juiced. It doesn't sound like it says self-cut system finisher. It's got the white lettering with the red finisher script beneath it. I would describe the blade as it's got a smooth back finish. It's got a moderate tooth depth and a moderately aggressive cutter. It's got a fairly tight gap to it, which is going to line pretty close. There's a green power light on there. Oh, look at that. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but underneath there, that's where the power cord plugs in. You see where the power cord plugs in right there? What do you see just above it? Just above it in that image. That's USB. I'm going to take the guess. I won't know till I try it. But you can charge this with either the power supply provided. It looks like you can charge that with a USB. How cool would that be? Just going to try it on the back of my hand. We'll do hair cutting with it at another time. But I just want to get a general feel. It feels soft and smooth. It doesn't feel aggressive. It doesn't feel like it's going to nip, bite, or cut all the way across the surface. And it cut pretty close and clean. This is just an unboxing video. There will be actual work done with these in some technical demonstration video very soon. But that's the self-cut system trimmer. Nice fit in the base. It's not crazy rattly or wiggly. And those contacts make contact with the standard charging receptacle. They don't contact the USB. So that looks pretty nice. Let's take a look at the clipper. This is you're going to see it before I will because I've got it facing you. Once again, there's plastic on the housing to protect it. I'm going to carefully slice that plastic. I don't want to scratch this up. This one says self-cut systems, and it says Lambeau on there. I don't think he's referring to the football stadium in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nope, I don't. Okay, we've got a smooth type back blade. It doesn't have rills on it, with a standard tooth configuration, and interesting, it's got a high-low cut pattern on the internal cutter teeth. I think the folks from another clipper company have a blade with a similar kind of design, and they've got a fancy name. I'm trying to avoid using other names, and I don't want to, allude to other companies' brands or patents under the circumstance, but some of you will be very familiar with the tooth configuration style. I want to hold that up there so you can see it on that internal cutter. I'm not sure if it's going to focus in such a way that you can get a good look at it, but we've got a metal, that's definitely metal, blade adjustment lever, and it's got a detent on it. That's where up and down, top to bottom, you can hear it clicks. It's not a smooth friction. It's clicking. A lot of people like that clicking to know where they are. Now, this unit has the receptacle for the charge cord, but it does not have the USB receptacle, but it does have the bail loop for hanging built in. Okay? Let's listen. Now, again, we don't know what the charge level on this tool is. Oh, look at that. On the back, there's a really nice, on the rippled area, where you've got your grip area to hold, where your fingers slot in along that grip area. Not only does it have the grip area, but it has some molded or embedded texture on the back like that too. That's got a nice hand feel. It's light, and the lower housing is not a gloss finish. It's a matte finish. Ryford's Lambeau is actually gray matte paint. This is black matte finish. Now the top is a high gloss. It's got a chrome design element incorporated into it. It's got a charge light. The light does not go on, which tells me that's a light on for charging. Let's go over to the outlet real quick, because I have an outlet that is accessible here. And let's just throw this in a hole. See what gives. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going too far. I'm right here. All right, we're in the juice. I'm coming back. We're plugged in for charging. And now I'm going to plug this in. There you go. The blue light is on. That blue light indicates charging. That's telling me with a solid light like that, I'm guessing probably means the unit isn't fully charged, it is actually charging. Sometimes some of these, depends on how they're programmed, when you get down to the very bottom of the charge, they start to blink as a warning. I don't know what this one does, but okay, cordless. Now notice, now it's plugged in and turned on, and it's got a little more go, which tells me the unit, not about the same. It's going to say the unit's probably not fully charged, but no matter. It's brand new out of the box, so we wouldn't necessarily expect that. 000 closer closed position. Little cutting action on my arm. It's not pulling. It's cutting smooth. We'll know more when we get it to an actual head. I'm going to put a couple drops of oil on. I just don't know the level of oiling coming out of the factory. And one on the inside rear corner. The pitch or the tone didn't change much, so that tells me that it probably was sufficiently oiled right out of the package, but doesn't matter. I still am going to oil my clipper because that's what I do. So, very cool. Self-cut systems. We've got the finisher trimmer and the Lambo clipper. Charge cords. Let's put a guard on. I always like to see how the guards fit in terms of their click or their snap. Well, maybe I didn't get that one right. Let's make sure. Leading edge in. Oh, that's a nice click. Okay. I'm always, that's a very, very solid connection. Now, I don't know what these are made out of. There are different plastic materials for different guard systems. The big things that are important is when the guard is on and the clipper is closed, is the moving blade hitting the guard? And it is not. We'd have to try other sizes to know for sure. I'm going to go up to the big 4, and then we'll try the smallest. We'll just try the guards at the ends of the size assortment. All the way up, we don't have any unusual buzzing. That tells me that the moving blade is not bumping the guard. That's a good thing. Okay, and let me find the very smallest. Those were those AB. This is A. This looks like it's the littlest one in the pack. I'm going to, oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. On the guard labeled A, look what happens there. The big teeth are overlapping the top of the blade. I've never, 32 years in the business, I've not seen a guard that works like that. The internal teeth are coming up short of the blade. What that means is that guard is going to serve as a rockering point. That is really going to be a fascinating guard for taking off or blending off weight lines. That's an interesting concept. I am not sure how that'll work, and I won't know until I actually use that on a very short-haired client. But that guard right there is a very, notice, now you can see it very clearly. I didn't notice it at first. These teeth are shorter than the exterior teeth. Now I want to look at B. Where's B? That was A. This is B. Now B is labeled 1/17 of an inch. And B is a conventional style guard. Once again, really nice solid on guard click. Really good positioning. Nice feel, smooth approach. These are pretty well done. Although I will comment, let me just put another guard on before I say what I was about to say. No, they all have about the same amount of blade exposure inside the guard. All right. Well, that's your unboxing. That's your Lambo clipper. That's your self-cut system, T-blade finisher trimmer. They look like nice tools. We're going to cut some hair with them this week. There will be more video content to come. We're going to leave this guy on the charger to get it fully juiced up. We'll do the same for the trimmer. We have 2 cords, so that'll be no problem at all. On behalf of Self Cut Systems, I want to thank you for watching the video. I want to thank Ryford and my friends at Self Cut for sampling me out this tool for a, let me just grab the box one more time, for a unboxing experience. This is the Retro Kit, cordless clipper, trimmer, 2-piece combo. Self Cut Systems perfecting self-grooming. I'm excited to experiment with this a little bit. Maybe I'll even cut my own hair, because it is Self-Cut Systems after all, in spite of the fact that I cut a lot of other people. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the video, like the video, follow the channel, turn on your notifications. If you're seeing this here on Facebook, you can join the group. If you're seeing it on YouTube, well, follow me there, find me there, comment. Let's talk about anything you want to talk about. I'm here to help you build and grow your business. Have a great day. Bye-bye, all.